Morning, Piggy.
Morning. It's Monday morning. Y'all see this Tuesday morning. We back at it on the daily thing.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go today and tomorrow. We're off Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday because it's New Year's, and which is it?
Wednesday's New Year's Day.
Wednesday's New Year's. And then Thursday there's a doctor's appointment, and then we do it again Friday.
Yeah.
So, since we'll be off Wednesday and Thursday, I may have to do another one of these tomorrow, so I have it for Thursday.
We can do that.
And then Friday back to normal.
Yeah.
Had a pretty good live last night. I know Dale enjoyed it. There was one thing disagreed on. I don't remember what it was. Don't matter. I speaking truth.
Yeah. We had a lot of people, or you had a lot of people in there that don't normally come in. It's
Yeah.
good to see everybody.
And yeah, Deadpool, he come in there. I was surprised.
It's been a while since I've seen Deadpool.
Been a while. But Dale seemed to like it a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I know why on that. Other stuff disagreed on. Like I said, I don't remember what it was. I don't remember half what I said. That's what happens when that spark happens.
Yeah, if you let the good Lord take on, you don't know what you're saying half the time.
Right? I'm just speaking what's been hitting my head to speak. So, anyway, we just had us some breakfast. We're gonna take Cleveland all the way up, go over, so give me plenty of time to just jack my jaws and everything. I'm gonna call an auto parts store, see if they take old dead batteries, because I still got that one that took out the car. Need to get it off my porch, so I'm gonna see if they'll take it.
I tell you what, ain't no traffic, and yet we've been sitting here for almost 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. Finally.
I'm just saying.
Get him going and see what that other truck over there is doing.
I think they turning too.
Yeah, and they didn't have no blinker on. So I wasn't sure.
That's where we eat breakfast, y'all. Not Popeyes, the next one.
Bojangles.
Yeah.
And a steak biscuit and a couple of gravy biscuits. But
And I had a steak and a chicken.
about the biscuit.
Yeah, I get Piggy my biscuits for his biscuit and gravy.
But anywho, if they do take them, we can stop by there tomorrow and we can go ahead and fill up then.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's what we're doing this morning. That way she ain't got to dirty up the kitchen I cleaned up. She can start working on her video.
Yeah.
But yeah, last night's live was pretty good. It like I said, I'm speaking truth.
Hmm?
And to reiterate, yes, you can disagree with me. It's a free country. We've all got our thoughts on things based on what we know.
Mm-hmm.
So we form our opinions, aka judgments,
Mm-hmm.
according to what we know. But is what we know something we have dug into and looked up for ourselves, or are we going off of something somebody else has taught us and said is so and ain't really so? The disagreement is a good thing, because that starts a point of reference in which people can begin conversation and share what each other knows, and then start being able to separate out fact from fiction. That's part of making a righteous judgment.
Yeah.
Lexus, you can speed up and get on my butt, but it ain't gonna make me hurry. If anything, it's gonna make me slow down, because you're trying to intimidate me to go faster. So deal with it. Anyway, I love how people do on the road. People they just don't know. I'm an intimidator's intimidator. Yeah, see there?
That's that Lexus.
You ain't got no further.
Not really.
Well, you might be able to now. That ambulance is going to turn off. You can hit the gas and get gone then. But if you're in that much of a hurry, well, they ain't much of a hurry to hit the gas and get going. Ain't that funny? They start to get there. So anyhow, then you start that discussion and start separating out fact from fiction and all like that. And that's how people can conversate and eventually find some common ground. Because you took and separated out fact from fiction. Seen how things actually do work. And I do remember talking about does it do good or does it just make you feel good? You know, Dennis Prager said that one time. I was listening to him and like, you know what? It makes a lot of sense. Because you do something that makes you feel good, you know, you kind of help something out. Like the butterfly. Like Elaine's example of chickens hatching. And everything. And you feel bad for it because it's struggling. So you want to help it out. It makes you feel good to have helped it out, but it didn't do any good because you just killed that animal or that insect because it needed that struggle to have the strength to be able to fly off. So your good intentions was what I was taught was bad initiative when I was in boot camp. You got good initiative, you got bad initiative. Well, good initiative is something that will actually help. Bad initiative is you want to feel good about having done something and it causes harm in one way or another. I said opinions, aka judgment. Folks, an opinion is a judgment. If you have an opinion on something, you've weighed the facts and factors that you know of on whatever it is that you're forming that opinion over. Well, you've just made a judgment. That's why there's righteous judgment and unrighteous. Go ahead, Lexus, get it.
There it is again.
There's a po-po up there.
He's waiting on you.
He's gonna let you come on by too. Go ahead and go on and get some there, Lexus.
Yeah, Arnie don't mind stopping. Neither does Barney.
Well, he's gonna go over and meet up with another dude. He ain't worried about that speeder.
Yeah, he got that
Ain't
right
that
there.
something? Anyway, so never mistake the fact that an opinion is just an opinion. I told somebody once straight up facts about something once. They told me, well, that's just your opinion. Well, yeah, that was my opinion based on cold, hard fact. But they didn't want to believe it, so they just called it my opinion. got their hazards on. So it relegated cold hard fact to just an opinion. My judgment. Problem is, my judgment was a righteous judgment because it was cold hard fact. It was cold hard truth.
Foggy as it is, people coming down the road, no lights on.
Yep. I ain't got mine on either. I better turn them on. Oops. It happens. I was depending on my automatic sensor thing. Wasn't thinking about it. But, Supreme Court, when they rule on something, they hand down their opinion. Well, these are Supreme Court justices. They are judges. Their opinions are their judgment on that issue. And, so it is a judgment. Yeah, you see court judges in courts. They say, well, it is the opinion of this court. That is their judgment. So you might say it's just an opinion. But it is a judgment. Opinion and judgment are pretty much the same thing. You have good ones and you have bad ones. Then you have some really ridiculous ones. That still qualify for the bad category, but still.
Mm-hmm.
So to say it is just an opinion, well, you're not grasping the gravity of that opinion, because that opinion is a judgment. So when you form an opinion on something, was it a righteous judgment or was it not? Do the whole thing between one guy owns a Chevy, one guy owns a Ford. One of them will have their vehicle in the shop all the time. The other one steady on the road all the time. The one that has his in the shop all the time talking about how the other guy's vehicle ain't worth crap. Really? It stays on the road, yours stays in the shop. How's that? Well, they base their opinion off of their preference, not off any fact. Fact is, his POS stays in the shop while the other guy's stays on the road. So who, in fact, has a piece of crap? Well, the one whose vehicle stays in the shop all the time, of course. But because that person prefers their brand of vehicle, they're going to say the good vehicle is the piece of crap and not theirs. That's done out of preference. You prefer it to be that way. You prefer to see it that way. You get to drive yours 1 week out of every 8. Or 7 weeks out of every 8.
If it's BMW, you were right the first time.
Well, yeah, that's true. I've heard a lot of mechanics talk about BMWs not being worth nothing. But the fact is, the one that stays in the shop is the one that's a piece of crap.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lemon. You'll get a lemon in all of them. That's a fact. You don't hear too much about Audi being in the shop a lot. So they might be an exception to the rule.
Saab.
Yeah. Of course, now the drawback to Saab is you got to drive 1,000 miles to find somebody that's certified to work on them.
Oh yeah.
But unless you happen to live somewhat close by to one.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact is, you can get a lemon in all of them. So what you do to change that fact is you go try a different one. Say, hey, this ain't a lemon. I need something better than this. You can try it from the same brand. Well, if you keep getting lemons, you try a different brand.
Keep getting lemons, you get tired of lemonade after a while.
Right? You make lemonade out of it, but like I said, you get tired of lemonade after a while. Yeah, that's the fact of it. Cold hard fact, total truth. You can't get away from it. It's going to happen. I've had lemons in every brand. Yeah, so it's not a matter of this brand's a piece of crap or that brand's a piece of crap. It's a matter of you'll come across a lemon no matter what brand you go to.
That's it.
Well, you just take it back to them and say, look, this thing's a lemon. Y'all either need to fix it or get me set up with something new. Because this just ain't going to work. That's cold, hard truth. That's a fact. That makes a difference between an opinion of preference and an opinion of fact. Judgment. I say again, opinion and judgment are the same thing. When you form an opinion, you've made a judgment. Did you base that judgment off of fact and truth? Or just off of how you feel and prefer to have things be? If you're forming that opinion, that judgment, off of just how you feel and how you want things to be, what you prefer, well, you're not living in reality. Sorry, not sorry. But if you want to say something is so, or it's this way or that way because you prefer to see it that way, you're not in reality. Now, if you base that opinion off of cold, hard fact and truth, now you're in reality and we got common ground. Otherwise, we don't got common ground. And yes, you can disagree with that. But again, you'll be living in a non-reality because of it. I've had to change my mind on a lot of things. I've been shown where I was wrong on some things. There ain't nothing wrong with that. The only thing to be wrong is if you choose to continue being wrong. You can't accept correction. You choose to remain wrong. You'll keep spinning your wheels on that topic, whatever it may be. But if you choose to accept that correction and realize you're wrong and correct yourself, well, now you're doing good because now you'll be able to move forward, get out of that mud. So, but again, this is a free nation. We have the right to choose. We have the right to speak our mind. And if you want what you want to choose is wrong, more power to you. Go for it. You know. Well, you're not as successful as I am, so what I say is right. No. Success doesn't make somebody right. There's a lot of good criminals out there very successful at what they do. Doesn't make them right. Because their success is based on how good a criminal they are. Yeah. And a whole lot of them crooks up there.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was laughing when you said that.
Yeah, I know. I knew. I heard that first grunt of a laugh you did. I was like, yeah, I know what she's thinking about. But that's just the fact of the matter. You know, they believe they deserve almost half again what they're already making for a raise, because they ain't had one in a long time. Well, when they start working and actually make things work, do things right and all like that, they might be worthy of consideration for a raise. Personally, I think they need their pay cut by half.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they've gotten to thinking that they're gods among men, just like celebrities do, and think it's owed to them. You know, no, you're servants of the people. You serve the nation. You serve the people of the nation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not a god among men. You don't deserve the pay you get. You don't deserve all the benefits you get. You know, y'all get everything pretty much paid for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get an exorbitant paycheck to boot. But their preferred opinion is that they've earned what they got. Well, so does every criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying criminals don't work hard for what to get, it's just they went about taking it from somebody else.
Criminal probably works harder than anybody else to get what they get. But
Who?
then a criminal will probably work harder than anybody else
Well,
to
it's
get
just
it.
like a lazy person. A lazy person will work 10 times harder than somebody that'll just do the job, trying not to do the job.
Yeah.
You know. So it ain't that they don't work for it, it's just they do it illegally by taking it from others.
Mm-hmm.
But it is their preferred opinion, judgment, that they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it legally, like the average American.
Mm-hmm.
So your preferred opinion is a non-reality, because you don't want to accept reality, because you're too lazy to do it the right way, and you wind up working harder than somebody that ain't lazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the irony in that. And I notice when people talk to me like I'm stupid, I know I may look and talk stupid. Trust me, folks, I ain't stupid. And I notice when people try to talk to me like I am stupid.
I don't see nothing. Don't mean nothing.
And the irony in that is, ignorance will always talk to knowledge like it knows better. I'll just leave that at that. Peggy loves you.